Hey, it's CJ here. Welcome into True Point of Creation and another one of our quick collage art videos. What we're going to be doing is creating a quick piece of collage art. Now, it's going to be kind of quick because I'm going to be talking, so I better, pay attention to what I'm doing since I have a razor blade in my hand and all. But it'll be a pretty quick transformation. We're going to take it from concept all the way to finished piece of collage art. We're also filming it with a time-lapse camera, so at the end, I'll mix it with some music, kind of put it to the beat, and then put that out as a YouTube video short to give that really quick transformation. That one will be under 1 minute, so check that out after you're done watching this video. But this video is going to be fun because we're just going to go through and pick some pieces that I just randomly grabbed and then turn it into a final piece of collage art. Now, I must say I have grabbed a lot of pieces for this one. I have a lot of ideas. I want to bring this one together properly, so there's a lot of pieces to cut out, and some of them have some details, so I may have to jump through on some of the cuts of these videos because I don't want this video to be too long because it is a quick collage art video, but we are going to start it today. We are going to finish it today. So hang out for that. Check this guy out. Look at him. Isn't he interesting? He's really cool. He's going to be part of it. Cutting around his feathers could be a little tricky. I could fray him out, but I don't know if we need that much detail. We'll just kind of figure it out as we go. He is part of it, and I do have his tail. He, she, it, bird. Look, I do have the tail. So maybe I use this tail somewhere else in the picture. I don't think I want to try to reattach it. We're not going to do any surgery or anything. I'm just going to maybe cut that and still use it for a piece of the collage art because we're trying to bring in all this color. It's very colorful and I have some concepts. I might as well show you his friend. Check his friend out. I love the colors on these. They're just so bright and beautiful and interesting. So they're going to bring this one together. As you can see from the thumbnail, if you saw the thumbnail, the lady on it, she is actually part of the cover. She was the cover on the Times magazine. I love her. I love the vibe of it. We're going to try to keep that same vibe. We're just going to elevate it. That's the idea to this one. So there's a lot of other stuff we want to put in, all these other elements. Maybe you can tell, maybe you can't, but we have a fresh mat on the table. I may have cut a little too deep into my other one. What can I say? I'm kind of heavy-handed and I'm not the smoothest with the razor blade, so I end up grinding it in there. But hey, we make some cool pieces of collage art. Maybe I'll get feathery hands. I can work on that. No, that's never going to happen. We're just going to keep cutting through these mats. It's self-healing, but it couldn't heal from those wounds. They were cut way too deep. So for the other camera, I didn't even turn the other camera on. 1 second. Okay, I think the other camera's running. I went ahead and set that time lapse. We gotta do that because we want to put it into a YouTube video short. After we're done with this video, make sure that one's recording. Okay, we just want to make sure, I've totally never filmed a whole video and didn't press record, It's never happened to me, never. But anyway, we're ready. It looks like that one's recording. This one's recording. We have a new mat. The mic's in a different spot. Hopefully the audio's okay because I tend to drift from the microphone when I'm making these videos just because I'm starting to look down and get focused and then the microphone's pointed at my forehead and not getting the best audio. But it happens. We're working on it. We're figuring it out. Maybe I'll get a lapel mic sometime. But I have one, but it's meant to hook up to a phone and not to the computer. So let's keep it simple and keep it easy. Let's start with this guy. I'm going to go around him. He's going to lose some of his fray, and I think like his little mohawk here. I might trim a little bit of the mohawk off. Maybe come around, try to jagged edge those just a little bit. I could come around and fray it. I don't think we need that much detail. Again, the other bird's pretty much the main bird, I think. He's going to be part of it. Maybe he's not. I don't know. I have him and he matches and it's cool. So I have a lot with this one. So we'll see what actually comes into this piece because I just grabbed a bunch. I wanted to recreate that girl's style. I wanted to keep her. She is the cover girl of that Times magazine. So I want to keep that same vibe, but elevate it. So here we go. I'm going to pull this in for the other camera and I'll start cutting on his back wing. All right, ready? Here we go. All right, I'm going to leave that part of his wing there because keeping it attached, and there I go, already drifting from the microphone. I'm going to keep his wing attached there at the end because I found that when I cut right at the edge of the paper, then the paper starts dragging all around and trying to rip off and stuff, and I've actually ripped a piece that I was working on because the paper got caught on the edge of my little shelf thing here, and then it ripped my actual picture, and so now I don't detach it right here until I'm done. you know, we learn as we go. So say goodbye to your mohawk, bro. Funny story, I don't know, it was a long time ago. I used to have a top hawk, I always called it. I used to have this hairstyle where I'd like shave the sides of my head and the back too. It was just on the top, and I would comb my hair together, so it created this like little top hawk. It was like a top mohawk on my head. It was a time. I don't know, I was just experimenting with my hair, I guess, at that time. Because there before that, I used to just shave my head all the time, which was kind of funny. One time when I was younger, like in high school, I just always had like longer hair, sort of. But then it was like really bugging me, and I couldn't afford to get a haircut, and my mom couldn't afford to get me a haircut, and I just took some clippers and shaved my head. It was weird for like the first couple of days, and then I really started liking it. I'm like, oh, this is a vibe, this is something. For years and years, I just kept shaving my head. And then, you know, I did the top hawk thing, and then recently, not recently, I'd say like 4 or 5 years ago, longer, maybe even longer than that, I grew my hair out, but just on the top. But then I would do that side part, or it's called the hard part, where it would like shave a line on the side of your head, and so your hair is kind of parted to the side, and then you'd shave it all over to the side, and that was the hardest haircut to ever come back from. Now I've grown it all out and just the top, and kind of shave or fade under it. But that top, like hard part right on the side of my hairline, the hardest thing to grow back, like, because my hair is long on one side, but then I have this weird shaved line on the side of my head, and I kept that hairstyle for a long time. And just because it was so hard to come back from, I tried a few times and gave up because it looks so goofy, because half of my head's like all fuzz and growing long, but then I have really long hair on the other side. It was something. It was a hard hairstyle to come back from. I don't know. That was a pretty big hairstyle not too long ago. I don't know, 5 years ago, something like that. But I have came back. I grew my hair out finally, and I'm liking it. I'm happy that I'm getting used to it. That's the thing, is like, I had it longer, and it's just, I'd still wear hats all the time because I was just not used to letting your hair just go crazy. And maybe I'm kind of the person that doesn't like to run around with a messed up head of hair. I think it makes you look really rough, and so I like clean cut, you know. And so it is tough. And like using, in my other hairstyle, I'd use way too much styling product or something to just really like lock it in, because I wanted to stay in place and not have to worry about it getting all crazy throughout the day. So this being more natural, keeping the natural hairstyle, the natural looking hair without it looking too greasy or like glued into place, has been, you know, a challenge, but I'm getting used to it. Know how to like run my fingers through it the right way, so then I can kind of get it back into place when I feel like maybe it's getting blown all over the place when you're driving with the windows down the forest road or something. So I'm trying to cut around his talons here, or whatever you call these, for this crazy bird, and just want to keep it. I'm not sure how much we'll see this in the shot, because I think maybe his talons will go behind like the picture or some other stuff in the picture. There's a lot of stuff in the picture, and now it's actually been sitting in the back of my want to do list for collage art for, I don't know, a few weeks. It's been a while now, and I had the concept, or just found the pieces when I originally found the pieces, and it's just been sitting there. I've been wanting to do it. Okay, so I cut that all the way to the edge because I know that we're pretty much to the edge. And now he should come out. Come on out of there. Did I not cut you up here or something? Oh, yeah, you did. Oh, I was doing that little fray cut. Oh, not too bad on the fray cut. What's happening here? Oh, that was a close one. It's caught. Oh, that was real close. That was real close indeed. What did we lose on the other side? That was looking like a duck or what? Oh, there's a part of like a duck or something. I guess if we flip this, nope, we're not seeing it. It's only half of it. We have the back of a duck, maybe. I'm gonna just slice that off because here in the future, I'm gonna start some collage art challenges where we must collage from scraps. So I better keep my scraps. Throw it up under there, I guess. There's a pile of stuff under there. This one, I don't think we need that one. Let's see, let's look at him. Almost ripped off his little leg there. That part I thought I was gonna come back around and like feather it out, but I don't think I need to. Let's not mess with it too much, okay? We already, escaped disaster right there because I wasn't thinking too much and almost ripped that off. So you're safe for now, buddy. Don't you worry about a thing. All right, we have the neck. No, we don't. We're gonna go through and cut his little tail. Shake your tail feather and just make this one real quick. It shouldn't take too long to cut this, but I was thinking maybe this might come into play as something different, not connected to it. Now, I don't really know. Again, I just grabbed these, so there's not a plan. That's where I think there's quick collage in all types of ways into this, and that is a hashtag I'm going to start shooting for here in the future. Quick collage. Quick collage art. Quick collage. It sounds good. It sounds good, right? And nobody's searching for it though, so I gotta create it myself. But the reason why it's quick, oh, look at that guy. Look at him. Now we don't have all of the stuff. We almost cut a new horn into him. But his eye, the coloring of the feather, I don't know where his beak's at. It's in the other part of the magazine or something. We're always cutting for magazines. Just, if you didn't know, now you know. We're always creating these from magazines. There's his tail. I think we're going to probably use it for something else. I have my scissors today. Wow, imagine that. I'm actually way better with my scissors. I just feel like cutting these with the razor blade looks cooler in the time-lapse footage. So I never use my scissors. Oh, no. But the reason why these are quick, they're quick because we're filming them quickly, we're cutting them quickly, but I'm also picking this out quickly. I did not take a lot of time. There's not a lot of thought and effort into any of this. Why is this mic on red? I gotta touch it. There it goes. Yeah, there's not a lot of effort that goes into me picking these. I just kind of say, I'm gonna do it, so I do it. So before I bring this, well, whatever. I gotta cut that little part out there, the white part. That'll bug me. Where should I start? Start maybe right around there. His tail feather. We're shaking the tail feather again. Here we go. I'm gonna pull him in there. There he goes. And let's get to cutting. We'll kind of do this a little wobbly because it's his tail feather, even though we're not fraying it out or anything. I don't necessarily like to cut from this side, but I'm gonna cut from this side because I'm gonna cut into him a little bit, not worry. Don't want to leave the white. So I'll just go ahead and cut out some of the red of his feathers. Now, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I like to cut into it a bit just because I don't want to leave the white outline along the board, along whatever I'm cutting out. It really depends. I mean, some people do it and do it really good, and that's a style as well. But for these, it's so bright and white. I want it to go into the picture. And if I leave a little bit of it, coming back to fix that really grinds my gears, you know what I mean? Don't like to do that. I don't like to have to come back and try to fix a little piece, because with the razor, if you do that, it can start fraying it and stuff. I could fix it with the scissors pretty easy. Now, for his hair here, I think he has lots of hair here and it's fraying off to the side. I don't think we're going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it and hope that it looks good. We don't really know, but it's a pretty bird. It's a pretty little bird. Dang, there's a lot of hair down here though. Okay, I think we kind of have to leave some of it here, unfortunately, because it is part of his style. He has his hair. He's been growing this hair out, and you're going to chop it off. Been working so hard on this. All the birds have been complimenting him on his pretty hair. I did just get a compliment on my hair for the first time in, I don't know, since I've had this hairstyle. And it was when I was picking up my groceries. Dude's like, oh man, your hair looks really cool. And I was like, man, I was just about to say the same thing to you, because he had really cool long hair. And I've seen him before, but never with his long hair out. And I noticed his hair. He noticed my hair. We're complimenting each other on each other's hair. It's kind of funny. But yeah, that was my first compliment. Ain't no girls complimented me on it. I don't know. Kind of intimidate them a little bit. They just kind of look at me funny. They're like, this guy's crazy. I don't blame you, girl. I don't blame you for looking at me funny. Little crazy looking, I guess. All right, since we did that, I'm going to not cut again. I'm just going to cut here. And I'm not going to cut to the edge. This is going to be a little detailed around his talons again. Is that what you want to call them? His long nails. I don't want to trim his nails. He doesn't want his nails trimmed. He needs those. Ooh. It got a little weird there, so probably because this is moving just a tad. Let's come out from this side because it's wanting to move on me. Let me just move. You might hear those cars in the background. You might hear some girls screaming out there. And you might hear some honking horns because they're promoting a car wash on the corner right now. And there's a bunch of girls, so, you know, cars are going to be honking. Yeah, so that's happening on the corner. Now, what happened to me today is I was driving. Ooh, that's getting a little ugly there. I'm trying to fix it. Hopefully you don't see that. I mean, you could see it now, but hopefully they won't see it when it's done. I was driving through downtown, and this dude, there's, you know, a bunch of girls walking on the street, and this dude in his motorcycle cut through everybody, and not like, you know, a Harley type motorcycle, more like the crotch rocket type motorcycle. And right as the light turned green, he cut through all the cars and then just got in front of all of us and just started rubbing his motor, and he was just looking back at all these girls, like trying to impress them with the sound of his, like, motorcycle. And I'm just, in my mind, I'm like, why, dude? Like, that, I don't think that works. Ladies, you could tell me if that works when a guy rubs up his engine, makes a lot of loud noise with his car. Does that turn you on? Do you like that? Does that make you want to go and like, whoa, who's that guy? I need to get his phone number. No, I don't think you do. And it's just like, dude, you're so silly. Like, how dumb can you make yourself look? I don't know. But I don't think girls really are into you making all that noise with your little crotch rocket motorcycle. But I just thought it was really silly. And so, you know what people do for attention these days. I'm on here cutting up paper for attention, I guess. So, I guess, what am I talking about? Just hoping that you like the video. Maybe you could give it a like, and that would really help me out and help out the YouTube algorithm. Right, Bird? Yeah, you could help us out. What's on the other side? What do you think it is? Oh, it's just a baby. I think she was pulling on a cat or something, something. I don't know if we'd need this. I can't really see using this into some scraps, but I'll keep it. Put it to the side. I like our bird. You see what I did to his feathers? I mean, it's not perfect, but I was just doing it, you know. It's quick. It's a quick collage. What do you want from me? Dang. Right, Polly? Polly don't want no cracker. Okay. Details. These ones aren't that detailed. There's some flowers. I don't know which flower I need. That's the sad part. So do I have to cut them all out? I was going to cut this rose out. And I was going to... Dang, bruh. Dang. I have this rose bush. I think if I went around this rose bush and just trimmed off some of the leaves in the background and try to just keep it nice and thick, then I wouldn't need all this crazy stuff. Plus, they're a little out of focus anyway. So I think it's less cutting than I think it's going to be. So let's hope for the best. This is tough. This one's tough. We have that stem and the rose, and I don't even know if I need that. I really don't know if I need that at all. Maybe I won't do that one. Let's make the work easier. Oh, there's a white flower. I was going to use that for a song in the future. White flower. I probably shouldn't sing it. First off, it's gonna sound bad. Second off, I don't need YouTube coming after me for my monetization, even though I can't even be monetized. All right, which one we gonna go for? I like this one and this one. This one and 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 this one. If I cut this one and this one and this one, I'll have scraps for the scrap projects. So let's do that. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out. What about my camera? I don't know. I'll cut this out of the camera shot. Let's put those up over there, and then I'm gonna go through and cut these out one by one. The white flower, I need that white flower for something else. So I'll save it for last and then put it to the side for something else. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Gotta cut it this way. I think what I'm gonna do with these again is cut into it just to like not try to get too much detail. The only time, well, I don't know if the only time, but the times when it's really needed is like someone's facial structure or like their fingers or something, because fingers will start looking weird. If you cut the fingers weird, then it could start looking weird. But I think with this rose, I think I could kind of just cut it into it a little bit just to make sure I don't leave some white on it, but I don't need to be perfect with the line of the rose. Plus I could kind of make my own line and just make it look like that's how the flower is. So we'll kind of see. I think this should be fine. I don't think I connected with that cut very well, but that's all right. Quick collage. Always got to remember that. Always got to. I'm going to keep saying it just so I know and so you know as well. Quick collage. It's quick, Some people take a lot of time and make some straight masterpieces, and I love those, but that's not these. And I'm not making no masterpiece. It's just fun. I like to do it for fun, and it's a quick collage. So there's one. There's one. Boom. See, it don't look too bad. That ain't too bad. Let's see how this one comes out. Not really sure. Let's turn it around 5 times. There we go. That makes sense. All right. This one's a little more jagged. It's a little more jagged on the edges, so we'll see how that turns out. See if we can bring it together. It kind of, ooh, nice little slide there with my blade. This is a fresh blade. This is a fresh mat. I could already see I'm just slicing this mat up. It's just, I can't help it, man. I can't help it. They don't call me butterfly fingers. They call me hammer hands. No, I don't think they call me that, but who knows? I haven't got that many comments in my comment section yet, so we don't know what they're going to call me yet. I'm sure it's not going to be good. I'm preparing myself for it. It's going to come. I know. There's a phase. We all go through the phase as content creators of like, nobody's there. Then the bots show up. And the bots are like, we should help you with your channel. You suck. And so we can help you. Just give us $59.95. And I'm like, no, I'm all right. We'll just ride this out. You know what I'm saying? And then I think, at least not, so far not. Been lots of cool people. I think there's a lot of cool people in the collage community. And I've been like finding cool collage creators that I like to watch as well. And it's been very fun and interesting. But so far, it's been lots of good people. The people that have commented bad stuff weren't here for collaging or anything. They were just stumbled upon some magazines and had some hateful stuff to say about the magazine. So that's their own personal problem. That doesn't really affect me, that they have those issues. I don't know. Maybe they should talk to someone about it. I don't know. It's just funny, but I've actually been surprised of how cool people are. And I don't know, maybe I fell into the wrong communities in the past online. You can find in some that are like really toxic and stuff, but I think with this, it's so relaxing, it's so chill. Like, I don't know why you would be here even watching this if you weren't like into like making collage or into magazines or just kind of in for a chill experience. So I don't think we're gonna have lots of those people around. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I don't have time to deal with that stuff. I don't want to deal with it. if we get to the point, I'm sure there's always a point where you have to deal with it, but maybe by that point I can have some people help me deal with it so I don't have to. I think we came right about there. Boom! Look at that! Pretty little flower. Pretty, pretty. She's real pretty. I like it. Should I cut the white flower now? Or should I do it later? You know, save the work for later. Why not? Just gonna cut it. I believe this came from a flower magazine. Potentially. And I have a flower magazine haul that I'm gonna share with y'all in the near future. Oh, we lost all those flowers. It's okay. Do I need these? No, we have the others for scraps. So this is for a different video. White flower. Yeah, that sounds nothing like it, so we're not worried about them stealing my non-existent monetization. Straight, straight, straight as an arrow. Not really. That arrow flies crookedly. That arrow is flying crookedly. Let's do another straight arrow. Or not. No, let's not. How are we going to make this bush look not cut off? Any suggestions? I'm going to go like this. Like I said, I don't usually start from the edge. So don't be like me. Be better than me. And cut around this flower. And cut up into this flower. And make this one look like that is the flower. And I'll cut there. And there. I don't know. That might work. Where did I get to? Right there. So now, since I'm going to stick with that. Ooh, I think I can actually come up just a little higher. Around here. Down here. Over here. Around this one. Dip, dot. Dip. Duck. Dodge, and dip. I don't remember the rules of dodgeball. Let's keep on going. And I think I want to come back. This guy's really sticking out. And you're really going to mess me up. So I'm going to have to say sayonara. Ooh. Dang it. I don't know what's happening there. That's not the greatest. You know, well, it's getting rough now. We're getting real rough now. I was just trying to get the blue sky. I just don't want the blue sky. And I'm just trying to dip around, but I still want these flowers to like, it's like sticking to my mat because the mat's new. It has like static. It's like static electricity around my mat right now. I don't even know if these are going to be used. You know, it's that same thing as always. Like, let's just try to make something. And I think these might help at the bottom of the picture. And that's just a thought. Oh, see, I don't want to go up. I want to go down here to avoid the blue. Avoiding the blue sky. I know, why would I do that? Why would I avoid the blue sky? It's the only thing I live for is that blue sky. And here I am cutting it out of my picture. Questioning myself now. Okay, here we go, down the green. What are we gonna do? Down the green, cut a few buds off there, come down and around and follow this green and get that one. I don't know, you ready to see what happened? Boom. There is a little blue in there. There's a little blue right there. What did we lose? Oh, we lost a plant. I could actually probably use that plant inside this one, but I don't know. I think I have too much stuff, so no, I don't think we need the plant. We'll put the plant in our scrap pile. We could use these potentially and these words in the scrap pile. Interested to see how that turns out. Can you really see that blue? That kind of stuff really bugs me. So, yeah, because I see it in there too. If I get rid of this, if I got rid of this right here, then maybe it won't bug me as much, because then it would just be one little part deep inside there. Did it come out? I don't think so. Did I cut it? I don't think so. There it goes. I don't know if I should cut that out right there. I don't like it. It bugs me. So what I'm gonna do is do just a quick little cut, because it depends on what's behind it. Oh, now there's little tiny pieces. I don't think we need to get those, but I'll do it anyway. Yeah. I don't need to do this. Why am I doing this? Because I like to ruin stuff. That's why. Just mess it up. Go ahead. Looks like I'm messing it up. What's happening? Okay, we're leaving it now. We're gonna leave it alone now. I think I got that piece out. Yep, slicing the mat pretty good already. Brand new mat, and it's already taken some slices. Okay, what's next? Well, we don't know. I do like this one. Let me move these scraps 1 second. I do really like this lady, so we're gonna do this one. I have another statue of that dude, but I do like her. Let's see if there are any difficulties, maybe right around there. Nothing too big, nothing too hard. And we're losing a beautiful fireplace. Okay, ready, set, go. Start down here. Maybe if I come around the edge, it'll make it easier when I get back around. So I saw this pretty statue. Ooh, I got a little white left over there. Don't like that. See? Now coming back to fix that, I might bust the scissors out for that because it just wasn't close enough. And I don't know. Obviously I have a problem with leaving, you know, little borders in white behind. I know it's collage and that's kind of like a thing, so it's obvious. Some people just do it because then you see that it was cut from magazine paper, and I get that. I just kind of don't like to leave it with the border like that, or especially if I'm not doing the border thing, which I have done a few times, which can be cool. But if you're not doing it and then you see it only here and there, it just makes the cuts look bad, which my cuts already look bad, so I don't need anything else adding to the problem. Okay, I'm talking away from the mic again. Probably because I'm working on her chinny chin chin. And I don't know if those lined up. I got to focus right here. Cheekbones, eyelids. Right along her eyelids. And to think somebody made this sculpture here is pretty cool. How did they do that? Clay. I'm guessing they made it out of clay and then like turned it into bronze or something. I don't know, is this bronze one? I think the other one's bronze. I have to look at it a little closer here in a minute. Cutting around her hair. It's looking good. Sticking to my mat, but it's looking good. Alright. Here goes another guy trying to show off with his loud car. I don't know how fast it is. It's just loud. I guess that's a way to show off. I've never really thought about showing off like that. I guess that's a thing. So we're getting her cleaned up. She's looking all right. I'm just kind of keep thinking about that piece that I left behind back there. We'll see if it's as bad as I think it is. I don't know. As of now, we're just gonna keep on moving and cut this out. You know, it's not gonna be perfect. Quick collage, remember, quick collage. So we're just gonna go ahead and slice. It's gonna be real quick when I put it in the time lapse because there's so much I'm cutting out here, and we got to keep the quick collage video under 1 minute. So it's time lapse, that's fast, but you know, we're cutting a lot of stuff out here. And here I go, probably gonna leave some white again. Don't want to leave the white again. This is real pricky. This little sharp X-Acto knife, real pricky. Okay, you see that little tiny piece of white right there? Oh, man. You're really grinding my gears. Delete. Okay, I deleted it. Looks pretty good. She's alright. She's cool. Little sharp edges. You can see it's kind of a little rough on the edge. She's a little rough around the edges, but she's pretty. Can you see that? Let's see. Yeah, the focus is working. There you go. Focus. Autofocus. All right, don't focus on my nails. I cut those on Sundays, okay? Give me a break here. I like this. I don't know what building that is, but it's a pretty building. It tells us right here, and there's the inside, black and white. That's a picture. We keep that for our scrap collage art challenge. I don't have a name for it yet, something like that. Oh no, that other piece. I don't know if I can make that other piece work, or am I just trying to get out of the work? Okay, so I have another statue. It looks like there may be a man and a woman, and the woman, you know, it's an old statue, so I probably can't show it. So I don't think I'm going to use him right now. I'd have to cut off the bottom of him. Plus, he's like more bronze than that one. That one looks more like clay or stone, and this one looks more bronzy. We might bring him back in. I'll cut off the bottom there, but let me set him to the side for now. Let's get into the thick of it. Ready to enter the thicket? I don't even know how I'm going to make this work, but I really like it. I really like this. How do I make this work? Man, there's so much white in there. This is the thing that was just like getting me, and I wanted to create this, but it's like, how can I incorporate that without all this white? Dare I try to remove all the white? How about I just cut around it? Oh man, it gets real thin up in there. Real thin. Oh, there's an ambulance. Let me just pause for a second. Okay, now that the second ambulance has passed and I've had 2 more seconds to think about it, it's really tight inside here. I wonder if I try to cut that bulb off, but it's just, it gets, you know, I don't know. If I came around here and got rid of these, I don't know if you're seeing that. Let me pull that down. Cut around that one, or do I try to save those? Do I even try to cut the white out of it, or just leave the white inside of it as like a decoration? Cut around the whole edge of it. It's a decoration. It's me just slacking and not wanting to cut between all of this stuff. I don't know. This is the stuff that gets me, and I chose this piece with like all these strings and stuff. I love it. I love the piece. It's awesome. I want to incorporate it into our piece, but it might not work. Let's cut around it, and then we'll save it, and then we'll try to put the lady together and everything. And if it doesn't work, I'll have to come back and cut out. So I'm going to just cut around it for now. All right, for the other camera, here we go. We'll see how this works. It's just real tight. And this might be the point to leave a little white. I didn't think about that. Hold on. Let me think about that. Should I just leave a little border of white around it, and then it kind of looks like it's all on purpose? I don't know if that'll work with the picture either. And if it doesn't work with the picture, then I have this white line all the way around the outside of it. I think that would work for something else. If it doesn't work for this and it doesn't fit, then I'm just going to save it for something else. Okay, we'll do that. Starting over again. I don't like to start over again. Talking way away from the mic now. I got to get back into where the mic goes. Not good. This ain't going good. It's feeling very weird. Why is that happening? I'm not sure. Let me just try to do this, but it's not flowing right, so the outside line will not look as smooth as I was hoping. I don't know if it's this glossy paper. I just keep making excuses. It's my hand, that's the problem. Okay, I'm gonna do that. It is very slick and glossy paper, so I don't know if that is a factor. And I just cut. When I don't put the pressure on, then it'll start slipping. So I have my own problems. I'll learn. I'll go to collage art school, I promise. I promise. Razor blades 101. I'm totally gonna show up for that class. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna keep cutting. Just gonna keep cutting and figure out what works good for me. which I recommend you do the same. Just do whatever works best for you and have fun. That's the biggest part. Have fun while you're doing it. Don't let it stress you out. But there is some stuff that I do like, kind of the pressure. It's not like pressure. Oh my gosh, pressure. I think I'm trying to leave the white outline on purpose, so I'm not going to dig deep into there, which I would do if I was trying to get rid of all the white. But since I'm not, I'm just going to make it look stylized right there. Stylized. I'm just not going to cut into it right there. And I'm going to just keep cutting around this and not worrying about too close of cuts, except for that one just went right into the bulb there. So I guess can't win them all. Ooh, this paper. So we'll just hope for the best. I just really like this. It's like some weird chandelier or something. I believe this is from a gallery magazine, which I really like, and I want to I've showed you some of them in my videos. They've been my favorite magazines to read and check out recently, and but I've been compiling more of them. I've been buying them like one by one online. It's a little slippy. On eBay and some other places, just trying to find them. They're not the easiest magazines to find, so finding them wherever I can. And this paper is crazy, but I've been finding them wherever I can, and I was thinking maybe I'll just still film a magazine haul just to show them off because they're so interesting. I think I'll probably do like some reaction videos or something with them too, because the reactions of flipping through them are really cool. Like my reactions, just that's why I like them, because the reactions it gives me, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. What is this thing? Just makes you like question it, because people are making cool crazy art, and then they're living in some cool crazy places that are fully designed, unlike MySpace. Here's a funny story for you. You want a funny story? I got a funny story. I was actually kind of famous on MySpace. Back in the day when MySpace first came around, it was random. Like I went randomly. Well, this story goes deep. I don't know if I have enough time to tell that story, actually. I'll tell you about my MySpace fame in the future. Look, that's like statically sticking to my mat, so that's tricky. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Will it work with the background that we have? Not sure. If not, we will use that. I like it how it is. We have a cool watch here. We could use that in our scraps. I'm sorry, lady. I'm so sorry. Even though the way your face is cut is kind of cool. I wonder what we would do with that. I also really like your planner over here to the side. It could almost work with this, but who's gonna go cut through all these dang branches? Dang it. I don't know what to do about that, but we're gonna put this in the scrap pile. It is from the gallery magazine. Awesome magazine. Now I don't know if I need that much now, but I was piling a bunch of stuff. So I have all these lampshades here, and I like them, and I like these little lampshades. I like this one. Could possibly fit with our bird color. This one could possibly fit with our bird color. How do you get this one? You just make your own edge, I guess. Same with over here. Balance it out. It's a balancing act. And I could keep the little thing that it's sitting on. And then I was going to use all of it, but I don't think I need to use all of it. How about just one? How about just this one right here? Let's try for that. And so what I'm going to do is start. I don't want to cut into that. Maybe I'll, because I got to figure out how I'm going to cut the edges to make this right. So maybe I do all the detail cutting. That little stem right there is going to be tricky. Let me start down here, get up to this. Start down here, get up to this. Cut the top, cut this side so it's away from it. And then I'll cut this side, and then we'll trim this last little piece. Sounds like a plan. Let's make a plan. Here we go. Just going to go right here. Cut. I'm kind of out of the camera shot right now, ain't I? Dang. I just slipped on that cut. Did you see that? Yeah, look at that cut. I just slipped that cut. Maybe it was the angle I was going. I don't know what's happening. Could be my blades. Ignore that car. It sounds dumb. Don't know why you put that muffler on your car. As you can tell, I live on a busy street and I hear these noises all the time. So I'm just waiting for the day when I can get to live in a more peaceful environment. Maybe that's why I make collage art, to just kind of chill out and not think about the silly little cars driving by. Someone bought that muffler and put it on their car for no reason. I mean, he has a reason, but it sounds really dumb to me. I like my car to sound like a supercharger or something. I want that thing to sound like swish, not like wah. I don't want it to sound like a freaking, like it's a crop duster or something. I mean, I don't see the appeal in that. But don't let me get into the car guys. I don't need those guys coming around here. They got their communities. It's not necessarily the community I want to be part of. I do watch some car content every now and then. I will watch some like Roadkill. I will watch some Vice Grip Garage. They're cool. Do watch stuff like that. I enjoy it, but I do not enjoy hearing the muffler sound all the time, because it happens all the time. I've told the story before, but I live on a straightaway here, so everyone breaks into like a racetrack, and I always call it like living on the drag strip, because that's what it sounds like. Except for the drag strip, there's actually good, nice cars there, and it's worth watching. Here, it's just a bunch of junky cars. Oh, don't slip again. I'm worried about slipping, because I already slipped and messed the cut there. And I don't, well, first off, I don't want to slip and cut my hand. That wouldn't be fun. Where are the band-aids at? I don't even know. Here we go. This one's acting a little tricky around this because it has all these bump outs. I don't think, nope. On the other side, I just cut around them. I probably should have just done that over here too. This is probably going to be popping out from behind, so it doesn't necessarily need that much detail, I guess, huh? Okay, we connected it. Let's go ahead and let's cut across the top. There goes another car. You know, it is what it is. Oh, there's a little bump right there. Ooh, it's a tricky little bump too. Probably because I'm worried about slip cutting it. I don't know if it's because the glossy paper, this new matte, or just the way that I was wielding the blade. Let's see here. Is that gonna get down to that part? Looks like it. Let's cut this part off. Did I cut that? No, I didn't. Let's go ahead and just... Now the whole thing should come off. Ish. No, it shouldn't, because I'm still connected right here. I'm gonna go here. Ooh, we're here, we're there, we're everywhere. I'm gonna go here and then turn it. I think this is why a lot of people don't like to show you. They just want to show you it done. They don't want to show you the process that it took to make it, because it can be weird. You don't really know what's going to happen. Okay, that's definitely some scraps to use in the future. Oh, look at this dude. He is super happy, and his bookshelf is pretty cool. What magazine is that up there? I want that magazine. You got some magazines I can cut out? This one's cool. I thought I was going to use more of these. I still might. Let me just set it down there. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that off, and then do this cut. This is the tricky part. Tricky. Ricky Bobby. Okay, we got that. And then this line. Did they connect? Oh, they did. Now, one last cut. Don't mess it up now. Don't mess it up now. Slice. Like a ninja, cut like a razor blade. That short's funny. I meant it to be funny. It's supposed to be funny. You're supposed to laugh at it, not take it all seriously. Oh, upside down. Living in an upside down world. I just see some of that green. You see, I just sliced it out. Sometimes that works. Sometimes you ruin the whole piece. Cut it out. Cut it out. My mat's already ruined. Haha. That happens. Okay, we have a lamp. We have flowers. We have more flowers. We have birds. And, I don't think I needed this. What is this? Here's some more stuff. I have a bunch of stuff. And I'm going to need to trim this video up because all this trimming is too much stuff. So this is cool. I like it. I don't think we need it yet. It's supposed to be a quick collage. Look at this place. It's cool. Look at this guy. He's really cool. I don't know where this place is, but it's very beautiful and I want to hang out there at least for a day. Can I Airbnb it or something? Because look, they're right on the ocean. The couch is blue. This guy, he's there to protect you. I don't know. I could have a drink of like vinegar there at the back. I don't know. It looks like vinegar. But there's a shaker bottle and all that good stuff. Sit there and have some drinks. Looks like there's some stools outside or some benches. I would sit on those chairs out there and hang out. I would take this chair and stop looking at the television and flip it around and look at that beautiful ocean. At least then you can see the tsunami when it's coming, you know? Time for the star of the show. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here she is. She's retro. I love it. I love her. I love the style. That's the style. It's style and design. It's the Times cover. It really is the Times cover. I'm just taking it. And now that I look at it, I'm going to cut her out. But now that I look at it, what if I keep that frame? What if can I keep the frame? It's a little off balanced, and let me see if we can fix this real quick. Let's see if we can flatten her out a little bit because it's been, flipped through obviously, and so it's got a little bend there. A little bit of bending. Let's see if we can flatten her out just a bit. Just a bit. Do it around this. See if we can just get the edge to go that way. A little bit more, because when we lay it out, we want it to be flat. We don't want it poking up, Poking up there. Kind of did it, It was a thing. We did a process. Was it a good process? I don't know. Just looking at it now makes me think about keeping the frame. This is a little offset. I guess I could take the ruler and cut that and make it look even. Let's try that. If not, she's gonna get cut out of this anyway. So let's see about taking the ruler. And we don't know exactly, but let's just make it look a little thinner. You know what I mean? Doesn't need to be perfect. Doesn't need to be straight, like even. But the more even, the more Steven. Oh, don't be sliding on me, little ruler. I'm gonna start shaving off of this plastic ruler. It happens. Okay, there's a little line. Should that go in our scrap pile? Why not? I could use that for something or other. Okay, and then it's a little lower. It's a little bit down here, just a little, because the top's a little fatter. So let's just go ahead and trim this part. Hold steady. Hold steady. Scalpel. You got the scalpel? Kind of slid there at the end. There's another strip of red if we needed it. And you get on out of here, you hear? Okay, looks a little more even. Looks a little more even to the sides. I would get rid of that down there. Cut all around her, around her hair, around her face. Gonna be a little tricky. Her pearl, she got her pearl necklace. And then boop, boop, boop. And then we gotta cut all the way around. All this work. For what? For an awesome quick collage, that's what. Okay, so, how do I do this for the short? Just for the short, I'm gonna start cutting around her down here. And I'll just start cutting around her, and that'll be for the short video, and then all of a sudden the transformation will take place. So that's the idea. We're gonna sit here and cut all the way around this frame and try to get it so she comes out of the frame, and then all these guys gotta come in the frame. And then we have a background over here too. We're just changing the background. We're keeping the style the same. I just wanted to get rid of the times and all that stuff, and I wanted to keep this pretty lady and wanted to add some elements to it. So let's get it started. We're ready for the other camera. here we go. Cutting down here at her beautifully shaved legs, I guess. I'm shaving them even closer, girl. Okay, around her dress, around her dress. Ooh, this is where I slipped last time up here on the mat. Better watch out. Okay, go in here. So now I just want to make sure I'm not leaving that tan background again. I can get a little loose with it here, but once we reach her face, I'm not going to be able to do that. So we'll just kind of do that. And I hate re-coming back into my cut that I already did, because sometimes I'll leave a little weird bump. So see how I'm able to get looser and I'm leaving more of the red, but right as I come up here to her skin, I need to get it tight so it lines up right with her skin and it doesn't look awkward. Like, where did the other part of her arm go? I could still cut into her skin a little bit, but just right as that comes together, something I always try to get back on detail. Okay, she does have some structure here. She has some, I don't know if that's her bone popping out there or something, but try to go with the contours of her arm. Those are some serious pearls. I think that's what made me really like it, is this pearl necklace. I think that is awesome, and this style is awesome. Now inside this magazine there's some more awesome stuff, but I have to save that for a different collage. But it's not wasted. But I don't usually use the covers. I don't usually use the actual cover, but I'm using the actual cover. This is the actual cover of this magazine, so you can imagine what else is about to happen to the rest of that magazine. It's gonna get cut. It's already cut some of it up. I don't remember what else was in it, but there are some style pieces in there, some fashion, and like it's more like home design fashion. It's style, like it was that kind of style. It wasn't like clothing fashion. It was more like home decor fashion. Okay, here we go. Down. Ooh, I don't want to cut off those pretty eyelashes. Definitely don't want to do that. Oh no. Oh no. No. Them pretty lips. Inside the lips. Around the lips. Down around the chin. Oh. There it goes. Let's get around the pearl. And there's that little bump out. And then we'll just watch out for her knuckle that's sticking out right here. Okay, and get around her knuckle. And then when we come down to the end here, we're gonna have to play it safe. Well, I guess it comes down to the couch. Okay, we have cut around her. Before we cut her all out, let's go and do these though. These should be pretty easy. Cut. I'm not even gonna leave that cut. I'm gonna just make it like that. And I think we're gonna try to leave this white. The white is just like part of the border, you know, classic Times magazine. Time magazine, you know, Times. Not the New York Times, the Time magazine. Okay, we're gonna go and cut under her armpit here. I can tell she's wearing deodorant, and we can tell. It's that clear stuff. Alright, we're gonna go here. Then I'm gonna go here. In her armpit. And then down to the couch. I would imagine as like old age sets in, collage may be a little harder. Because eyes, seeing some of this stuff. Ooh, oh, what? You skipped on me. You did a little skip jump right there. That was weird. I don't know. Maybe my blade's just too sharp for these mats. These might be cheaper mats or something. I need better mats. Yeah, I might need some better mats. That's sad. Okay, so now we need to figure out how to cut around this without getting crazy. Oh, I know. Just cut it. It's this mat though. I don't know. I'm already bumping up. I just put this mat in, but it ain't working out so swell. I can feel it sliding. I'm just gonna go really slow because I guess I cut some pretty thick cuts into this mat already and it can't heal itself. So I'm worried about that. And more noisy cars coming into my microphone, although I do have the AC blasting, so trying to keep it cool in here even though it's not super hot. We made it through the heat wave, and I'm filming this on a weekend, so another reason why there's more noisy cars and a car wash happening outside. And, let's try this up here, a little out of the cut lines. I didn't think about doing this. This is just now. I just came up with this idea of leaving this frame. So it was not part of the concept. But hey, you know, you just start grabbing things and start seeing what's going to work best. And we're going to try it because what's the worst that's going to happen is we cut it off. I was going to cut it off anyway. So if we cut it off, I just have to do some more detail cutting down there around her legs, which I don't mind doing. But for now, we're just gonna try this, you know. That's the cool thing about collage as well, is like you could just try stuff. There's no rules. Nobody's teaching me or telling me the rules. Someone can probably get in here and like coach from the sidelines, but it doesn't really matter to me because I'm just doing what I want to do, and you should do the same. I have no rules to give you. I have no rules for you. I'm gonna just keep slicing. Oh, and I'm pushing hard, and I know I can feel it in my finger, and I know I shouldn't be pushing that hard, but because of the mat slipping, I'm really trying to keep control of this. When I start getting all loose with it, the blade just seems to want to slip. So that's my personal problem. Okay, she's about to come out, but I gotta slice this. She's almost out, and then we can put it together. I don't know. I think we have enough pieces. You think we have enough pieces? I think we have a lot of pieces. Okay, well, we do have a background for this, so maybe we don't use that background. Oh, what's up with the pearl? Mother of pearl. There it goes. Boom, look, she's out. You ready to see that? She is free. And she is pretty. Oh no. My thing went to sleep. That's weird. I've been cutting so long, my computer went to sleep. I think it's still recording. Hopefully it worked. Let's see, we have her. Can you see her? Let me hold her. Let me hold her gracefully. Is the focus gonna get it? Yeah. She's a pretty thing. Let me do it on this one. Do it on that one for that camera. Okay, I like her. I like it. She was the cover girl. She was the cover girl. Will this fit in this? I had this as the backdrop, but now they're different sizes probably. Ooh, not too much to cut. Not too much to cut. Looks like a little on the top, a little on the side. How do you mark that? I don't know. We could probably washi tape her down. I'm just trying to mark this somehow. There, that's pretty much what needs to come off of it. So let's hope we don't cut too much. And this is fragile. It's fragile. Let's maybe line the bottom up with 15. 15. Is it lined up? Looks pretty much lined up. 15. Hold tight now. Hold nice and steady. Steady Eddie spaghetti. Oh. I'm sure you hear that. You have to hear that car. I don't know. I'm gonna put some music behind this or something because the junky cars are out full force today. And that's like one of my annoyances that I have to deal with around here, but it's alright. Kind of put a double slice into that. Look at this mat. Everything's stuck to it. It's just crazy. And now I don't have a mark. I just cut off the marking. Oh, I see it. It's right here. It's right here. Okay, we'll try to line that up with 15 as well. Make sure it's straight. Make sure it's straight. It's a little. Okay, we'll do a little under. I don't want to move it anymore. Yeah, I don't want to move it anymore. It's just a little off of 15. So we'll keep that there. This should be enough because this is under her. And it should be enough to remove it. Why aren't you removing? Have to do a double cut on that one as well. Should we keep those scraps for future projects? I don't know what we would do with those. But I have some red stripes, so you never know. Should I keep this piece? No, we should not. Okay, we gotta cover up this text and part of it. So let's see here. See if it fits. See if she fits. Yeah, yeah, sort of, kind of, maybe. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just trying to hide it. Just trying to hide the edge a little bit. Looks pretty good. She's already covering the text mostly, so let me grab a white piece of board so we can create this together and bring it together, and hopefully it works and we don't have to cut more stuff. Let's see what happens. Did I say black? I meant red. Maybe we'll do black and red. I'm not really sure. I had this black one, seemed a little small, so I grabbed this red one here. Let's get her in the shot where she's seen. Guess it's hard for me to always understand where that camera is going to be at. And there she is. She's really cool looking. I like her. She's a little crooked there, but that's all good. Let's get her here. Now for our elements. Will the elements work? We don't really know. I was supposed to have this be down here. That was the first part of it, and that's what I was thinking. And I could maybe get it all the way down over that. So there's the first part. She's supposed to have a lamp in here somewhere. I don't know if the lamp is all the way behind her because her leg ain't gonna let that happen. So we just put the lamp in there like that. The bird, the main bird, is supposed to be... No, there goes a flower. Where's my main bird? Let's see if this main bird does his thing like he's supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be like this. And I would like it to go over her a tad. Like that. Okay. Boom, boom, bang. Okay, progress, progress. It's all movies, so we gotta watch out. And that's, the red's really popping on that camera. But, we'll just keep on going. See, where's center at on that camera? Can't really tell. That's good. Do we still want to use this dude? Like, should he be here? Maybe, maybe not. Hold this down so it don't move. Do you like him? I like him. He's cool. Now, what if he has a flower in his talons? Can you see that? Okay. Now, this is supposed to be dripping down, but it has all that white in it. Let's get it behind her. And I think we want it behind the bird as well. So that's supposed to be dripping down. It's a concept. It's a concept. We're working on it. It's coming together. Okay, I had the statue. The statue was supposed to be part of this. How? It's unclear. We need these to be in place. I like it. I like it. And then we have some more flowers, which maybe like her hand is there. And maybe one here under the bird. Like that. Does it look good on her hand? I don't know about the hand one there. Let's see, it kind of goes with the shape of her hand. What do you think of our quick collage art project? It was a little quick. It was a little, you know, tedious. We did a lot of cutting and there's a lot of colors, and now my camera's blowing out the red. I'm gonna have to get my other camera and film a little quick short to really like nail it down to really see what it looks like for the final quick collage video. Anyways, I hope this video inspired you to go make your own piece of quick collage art. I mean, have fun with it, and you never really know what you're gonna come up with it. That's what's so fun about collage art. I really enjoy this piece. If you enjoyed making this piece with me, give me a thumbs up on this video. It really helps me out, and I really do appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel to catch more videos like these, and I'll catch you in the next one.